Hi Stampers, welcome to Kelly's Creative Studio. My name is Kelly, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today we're going to talk about the Big Plans Planner Kit and our February layout. I spent yesterday fine-tuning some of the measurements that weren't quite right on the January one, as well as creating a couple of projects that I'm going to show you how we're going to do today. The first off, we're going to be using the All My Love Designer Series paper from the Occasions catalog. And that would be this one here. And here are, I had the samples handy here. Had them out, did this, and now I'm having to re-record it because there was an issue. So bear with me a minute while I get samples laid out for you. And one of the things that we're going to use today, let's see, let's flip this one over and get our mini hearts. And this one, and this one. Now initially I had planned to use this mini heart, and I started with the pinks, but as I got to playing, I fell in love with these two. So these are primarily the two we're working with today, as well as the hearts. And we'll get to these two in a minute, but what I want to show you is what I'm using as a couple of embellishments and a couple of techniques to show you today that we'll be using these for. First off, if you have, you can order the die set that coordinates with the All My Love suite, and it will cut these hearts out. I have a lot of different heart dies and punches, so I'm probably not going to buy the die, but it was really easy to cut around these. So if you don't have any heart dies, the heart dies in this set are beautiful, and I highly recommend them. However, I'm also a firm believer in only ordering what you're going to use. So if there's not a bunch of stuff in here that you're going to use, let's see, this is the lovely edgelers. This is the ones I'm talking about, meant to be hearts. Great heart shapes and clusters of hearts and that kind of thing, but if this is not something you're going to use, these hearts are simple enough to cut out on their own. I may be shooting myself in the foot with a sale, but I'd rather you spend your money on things that you are going to use repeatedly, or on the consumables like the paper that, like me, when you start getting into working with a pack of paper and you just fall in love with it, you want to order more. I'm already placing another order for this designer series paper, and I've just started working with it. So here's what we're going to do today. First off, I cut out two of the pink hearts. I cut out the pink one and the red one, and this is what the red turned out. Now you can't hardly see the pattern in the background unless you've got it in just the right light in real life, but it glitters. And how I did that was by using our dazzling diamonds and our multiple purpose adhesive sheets. Now these come 12 sheets to a pack, and the whole purpose behind them is like if you're die cutting something that has a lot of intricate cutouts, like our swirlies or some of the hearts in that set, what you do is adhere a piece of the paper of the adhesive sheet to your cardstock, lay your die on it and cut it out, and then when you pop everything out, let me get my needle tool here, it'll be faster. When you pop everything out, then you have trying to do this without hiding it from you. You have adhesive already on the back of your piece, and I'm going to save that. Oh, wait a minute. Let's use this in here. The trick is then, and if you use a straight pen, like a big quilting pen, it's easy to just kind of sliver it through the layers and get a hold of that paper. Think of it as a Xyron sticker machine for big pieces. So you can die cut intricates, and see, now you don't have to try putting adhesive on those little thin edges. The whole thing is adhesive. Now I'm going to lay this over here on my crafting mat so I can pick it up again later when I'm ready to put it on. And you can always repurpose the white paper that comes off the back. So let's get that out of the way, and I'll show you what we're doing. What I'm doing with where'd that pink heart go? Now that's the way to put adhesive on the back and adhere it to a project. But here's something cool. You can take that same adhesive sheet, peel the paper backing off out of the way, and you're going to want to be careful because this is really super sticky on the back. You know, that's kind of like the whole point. Stick your patterned paper face down on the adhesive. Rub it in good. Oops. I laid the wrong one down. Oh, I did lay the wrong one down. Oh, crumb cookies. And now I got this pretty adhesive all over my work table. That's not going to come off. We'll have to work on that when I get, well, I was planning on redoing my work table tomorrow anyway, so I guess it works. Let's try that again. Peel the paper off. Now I'm going to go from a side this time that has the peel here notice on it, and you just kind of bend it back, and then you can get a hold of that. There's your sticky part on the adhesive paper. And I managed to have two of them there again. Now you're going to put the front of your paper down on the adhesive. Give it a good rub. And when you peel it up, all your adhesive, I don't know if you can see where the adhesive has come off of the heart. Then we're going to lay that on a piece of scrap paper and very carefully lay it down. Take our dazzling diamonds and go ahead and be liberal with this, and if you want, use your paper to really press it down into the adhesive and then get rid of that. And my needle tool here to get underneath here and pick this up and tap off the excess. And then you've got that whole adhesive top, so it's not sticky anymore because it's covered with the dazzling diamonds. And then you have this pretty embellished part. Well, let me take and put this away really fast because I don't want dazzling diamonds everywhere. This stuff is pretty fine-tuned. I recommend when you get that to pour it into a larger, like a little Rubbermaid container that you can get